If your first instinct when you see this is to think, I'm going to solve for x, stop. It's going to be harder than you think, and there's a much simpler approach. So if you start going through and multiplying the first equation by x, and then you get a quadratic that you then have to solve, but it doesn't factorize nicely, so you're going to have to use the quadratic formula, and then you're going to get irrational values of the form a plus or minus the square root of b that you then have to square back into these equations. It will give you the right answer eventually, but it's going to take you so long. And the key for questions like this is we don't actually have to find what x is equal to, because if we can just manipulate this equation or this expression to look like this one and just get a number on the other side, then we're done. So let's have a look at that approach. What can we do to make this expression look like this one? You might consider that, okay, well, we've got squares here, we don't have squares here, so let's square it and see what happens. So x plus 1 over x squared will give us x squared. Well, actually, let's just finish this off. So we square both sides, and then we get x squared plus, remember our middle term, 2 times x times 1 over x plus 1 over x squared, and that's equal to 9 still. So now, if you look at this middle term, well, x times 1 over x, that just cancels out. That's just 1. So we're just left with 2 here. So we've got x squared plus 2. This part is just 1 over x squared is equal to 9. Subtract 2 from both sides. And we find the value that we were looking for is 7, taking a much shorter and simpler method to get to the value. So when you have a question like this, sometimes your first instinct to solve for x will actually take you a longer, potentially more difficult road to get to your final solution. If there is certain symmetries in problems, it's often good to look for that faster method. If you like this, drop me a follow for more beautiful maths content like this.